Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So because we have an all-star, we have every camera out here today, and I'm so excited to be able to welcome you all to Baltimore Peninsula. But I do want you guys to be able to see what we're doing. So if you're in the back, if you could gather around the side, I'll try to make this as friendly as possible so that everyone can see what we're doing. So again, good morning and welcome to Baltimore Peninsula. If you have not been here before, you are in for a treat. We are now talking to you about our latest asset, which is Elijah's Park. My name is Shanier Carter, and I'm the Director of Community and Experiences here at MAG Partners, and I work for the lead developer on the Baltimore Peninsula development team. Since the inception of Baltimore Peninsula, we've been super proud to be partners with South Baltimore and with the city of Baltimore. It's been really important for us with this MOU, this Memorandum of Understanding that we have with both Baltimore Peninsula and the city of Baltimore, that we have promises made and promises kept. And this is one of those promises that are coming to fruition today. We have honored the MOU in many different ways, some of which are WMBE minority contractors that we had on the beginning part of the project, our local hiring benefits that we know is going to be super important to live and work where you stay. It uplifts Baltimore in many ways. But this is another one of our public-private partnerships. We have promised to deliver public parks here at Baltimore Peninsula, and this is one of them, Elijah's Park. It's been a pleasure to even name this park Elijah's Park. People are like, well, who is Elijah? Because we haven't used his full name, but this is for the late Congressman Elijah Cummings, who have done remarkable things for the city of Baltimore, but especially for this district. He has been a fierce advocate for us at Baltimore Peninsula, and we are so grateful and delightful to be able to honor him in this way by naming the park after him. So I just want to take a few moments to tell you that we have a star-studded cast this morning for our speaking. We have elected officials, we have people from MAG Partners, but more importantly, we have the people who made this park possible. From our landscapers to our signage, you will walk around this park and see our amazing crab. You will see our Black Lives Matter mosaic. You'll see a quote from Elijah Cummings. But more importantly, we hope that you'll come back at another time and see the joy on the kids' faces as they play on the playground, as they make new memories for themselves. And if you're looking for an opportunity to do that, tomorrow we have our Halloween event, and this park will be filled with about 1,000 families, kids and families. So without further ado, I would love to invite up my colleague and teammate. I would like to welcome Claudia Jolin, who is the new Executive Director of the Baltimore Peninsula Partnership.
Thank you, Shanier. Good morning, everyone. My name is Claudia Jolin. I'm the Executive Director of the new Baltimore Peninsula Partnership. It is my super duper pleasure to welcome you here today to Elijah's Park. Clearly this incredible space to which we're honoring the late and great Maryland representative of the civil rights champion, Elijah Cummings. We are so honored. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, Shanier. All right. Start again. Thank you. We're honored to formally dedicate this park to the city of Baltimore. Before I share more about Elijah's Park, I would like to take a moment to tell you about Baltimore Peninsula Partnership. At the Peninsula, we oversee the public realm, which will eventually be many acres of green and open space here that in the neighborhood you're visiting today. We're doing so much work in the background to make sure that when you come here, this neighborhood is clean, green, and safe. But not just for people who are living and working here, but everybody who's coming to visit the peninsula. The partnership wants Baltimore Peninsula to be a destination for all, whether it's through beautiful open spaces, our free events, food trucks, or simply finding the time to enjoy the waterfront here. None of this work would be possible without our strategic partnerships of our local and regional elected officials, organizations, and community partners. We are truly grateful to work alongside these leaders to build a bright future for South Baltimore. It is special to be here with so many of our partners to celebrate the wonderful place that has been created here at Elijah Park. With its name honoring someone who advocated so staunchly for our city, we wanted to celebrate a space for the community that celebrates everything that makes Baltimore super special. Local high school students designed the amazing Black Lives Matter mosaic that you can see right behind us here today. And behind our pavilion here, the duo, Jesse and Katie, created the mural called Movement that was inspired by the life and legacy of Elijah Cummings. Now, these incredible pieces of art are really the centerpiece of our park today. With this sculptural pavilion that you see here, it's the structure that was made by Pickle, a local architectural firm, a large oval lawn right behind us, and every single tree and native plant in our park today. Elijah's Park has always felt bigger than us at Baltimore Peninsula, and now it is officially all for us. To our partners at all levels of government, we know how much work you do in the background to make these kind of spaces happen. Every single person here is needed to create wonderful and beautiful spaces. And of course, to Kevin Plank and the entire Sagamore Ventures team, without your amazing vision for what is going to be happening here at Baltimore Peninsula, none of this would be possible today. So thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. We're so excited to have your leadership on a part of the city that we believe will continue to uplift the city. So without further ado, I'd like to bring the leader of our great city, Charm City, to the podium. Please welcome our great mayor, Mayor Brandon Scott.
Good morning, everyone. This is a celebratory day. We can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today is a very special day. Growing up as a young man in Baltimore, there were really two elected officials that you could see and touch, that would see and touch you each and every day. They just happened to both hold the office of the 7th District Congressman. One, of course, is our forever Congressman Kwesi Mfume, and our other forever Congressman Elijah Cummings, who this park is named after. It was and continues to be an honor for me to have had the Congressman be a mentor and a great friend, but truly to be an example of what being a public servant is for every single person. He embodied the very best of us and the very best of Baltimore. He forced all of us to aim a little higher, be a little more righteous in our work, and fight a little harder for the things we believe in and the people we represent, but also for decency, right? And for just being a good person and fighting for those who don't have a voice. He wanted us to do all of those things with the utmost grace, gratitude, and integrity, which in the moment that we're in our country right now, we could use a lot of Elijah Cummings right now. I cannot express how deeply important and influential his mentorship has been in my life and my service, and continues to be each and every day as I think back in tough times on what he would tell me about what I was thinking about doing or saying at that moment. Congressman Cummings will forever live, not in just my own heart and my own mind, but in the heart and minds of all of Baltimore and in Baltimore's history as one of our greatest heroes. So, for anybody who's ever in Baltimore and they come upon anything, be it this park or be it Mr. Director of the Rec Center, where we'll be building in his honor in Brooklyn and Curtis Bay, know that when you see anything with the name Elijah on it, it is for Congressman Elijah Cummings. And you should do the work of understanding how a young boy from Baltimore grew to become the conscience of the United States Congress. He was a giant and a testament to Black excellence, dedication to our city, and love for every Baltimorean. And today we're here to honor him and his legacy with this beautiful public space. I think he would find this fitting. Congressman Cummings wanted Baltimore to be the very best version of itself but he wanted this place to be meaningful and practical for all that live here. I think that he would love the idea this park will not just serve as a place of beauty in our city, but a place that residents of all kinds can come to use it, to inhabit it, and to enjoy it with their loved ones. In that way, this park will be a physical manifestation of his legacy. It will be about the work and service to our shared community. And I want to thank everybody who helped make this possible. We're here at Baltimore Peninsula, which has quickly become one of the most impressive and accessible major developments our city has seen in a long time. I want to say thanks to my friend Kevin Plank, the great folks at MAG Partners and the McFarland Partners for making it possible to all of those who are finding success here. I want to thank Rec and Parks and their team, to the landscape architects, to PIKL Studio Architects, to Monstrum for their design and implementation, to Jesse, Katie, and the high school students that worked with their beautiful mural work that will be featured here. And last but not least, and most importantly, to the Cummings family, in particular to Jennifer, for sharing their love, Congressman Cummings, with all of us for all those many years, but also allowing us to honor him by naming this park Elijah Park. Thank you again. I know that he would be very proud today.
Thank you, Mayor Scott. It's my honor today to also introduce you to our comptroller, Bill Henry. But before I do so, we had an amazing tour with Comptroller Henry a few months back, and it was one of our favorite tours because he asked some of the best questions ever. So we had our own run of show of what we wanted to show him, and he really got into the details. And so it really makes our heart proud, myself and my teammates, to really go into what's under the ground, what's over the ground, what's in the buildings. But today I want to introduce Comptroller Henry because he's taken a special interest in this project, and I know he's taken a special interest in how we audit the MOU and how we do the benefits back to the city. And so this is just one of those manifestations. So without further ado, I'd love to invite to the stage Comptroller Henry.
Good morning. So if you're looking at the sunglasses that go really well with the power tie, you should know that they're available for all of you over on the table to this side. They are available for the low price of free $99. That's right. The mayor likes that price. I picked that price up from him. Also, I hope that the mayor also appreciates all of my wonderful questions at Board of Estimates meetings, which are normally on Wednesday mornings, and I'm glad that we were able to attend this instead of that this morning. I'm torn because part of me wants to read what I have already written to make sure I don't forget to thank anybody, because that's the main reason to read the prepared remarks, is to make sure you don't forget anybody. But the mayor has thanked everybody very clearly, and so I'm going to take a moment and I'm just going to speak from the heart. And when I say that the very first thing I heard here today that scared me a little bit was that there are people who would hear Elijah's Park and wonder who Elijah was. Because, as the mayor mentioned, as anyone who's grown up in Baltimore and is now of a certain age, Elijah Cummings is a legend. There is only one Elijah for Baltimore. And I am so proud and so honored to be here this morning as we dedicate this 28,000 square foot park, the second of two parks down here in Baltimore Peninsula that are part of the Baltimore City Recreation and Parks family. I was happy to come to the one to the playground behind us a little earlier, and I'm going to say right now, I didn't slide down the sliding board then, and I'm still not going to this morning. But someday I'm going to come down here when there aren't TV cameras, and I will risk it. I'm just not going to risk it while there's photographic proof of the fact that those things are much slipperier than they look. They're very good sliding boards. But I do want to take a moment, and there is one group I do want to thank particularly, the Baltimore Choice Program, which brought together the artists, the high school kids who worked on this absolutely amazing mural. And if you have not gone over to see the mural for yourself, please make sure you visit it, especially now that the sun has moved high enough in the sky that the mural itself is lit by God's very own spotlight the way that it was intended. The idea of kids coming together to make a piece of art to showcase communal green space that every kid in Baltimore can access and enjoy, that is the legacy of Elijah Cummings. That is something that he would have been proud of, and that I am so glad that all of us are coming together to celebrate this morning. Quick shout out to MAG Partners, because nothing happens down here if MAG Partners doesn't make it happen. And I will also do a quick shout out to Recreation and Parks, because they're going to be the ones taking care of this forever and ever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. Well, that was a wonderful segue. So we are now dedicating this park to Baltimore City Recs and Parks, making it official that this is a public park. So without further ado, the leader of Recs and Parks, we would love to invite Director Reginald Moore to the stage. You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. It's always exciting to be in a green space, and this is a beautiful park. To Mayor Scott, thank you for your continued leadership. Comptroller Henry, thank you for your continued leadership. Again, I want to thank each of you for joining us today as we celebrate the opening of Elijah Park. This space is not just a tribute to a great leader, but a commitment to the vision that Congressman Elijah Cummings championed, building stronger, healthier communities through the investment of our public park. Congressman Elijah Cummings dedicated his life to uplifting and empowering others. Just less than a mile from here, he fought for equitable access to the Riverside Park pool. Yeah, that is truly a hand clap. Today is our hope that this new park stands as a living testament to the same legacy, a place where kids can play, families can gather, and neighbors can connect, a green haven in the heart of our communities. This project would not have been possible without the collaboration and dedication of many. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Kevin Plank for his vision, and to MAG Partners and McFarland Partners for their commitment. I also want to take this time to thank my BCRP team who was engaged in bringing this project to life. A special thanks to Hare Shout, Landscape Architects, PIKL Studios Architects, and Monstrum for the remarkable design and implementation. And to Jesse and Katie, as we look behind us, the mural that was designed, along with the high school students who created the beautiful mural we see today. Your work truly captured the spirit of this space. And finally, I would like to thank the Cummings family for sharing their loved one with all of us. Congressman Elijah Cummings' legacy of service and unity lives on through this park. As we open Elijah Parks today, may it be a place of joy, reflection, and community for generations to come. Thank you.
So I do want to say a special thank you for Congressman Mfume, who is scheduled to be here today and is caught up on another side of Baltimore doing the amazing work that he's been able to do with us today. He did send his thank you because he knows that he's carrying on the legacy of the great Elijah Cummings. And so I wanted to extend that thank you. I also wanted to extend a quick thank you to my former boss, Mark Brody, who gave us the idea to name this park after Elijah Cummings. Without it, we may not even be here to honor him in this way, and I want to give that special thank you. So to close out our program for today, I want to just make sure that everybody knows exactly where they are. So Baltimore Peninsula sits on 235 acres of land, and you are right here in the heart of it. We like to call it Chapter 1B. It's a part of our 5 building collection. So you're on 1.2 million square feet of vertical. And here is one of the parks that we are delivering, Rye Street Park, where we host a number of wellness on the waterfront right next to our legacy projects, which is Rye Street Tavern and the distillery. If you have not had an opportunity, please come down. If you haven't been following us, please follow us, because we've made a lot of announcements of what's to come. And that includes office, retail, and many, many more. As we transition into the fall season, we had an amazing summer at Baltimore Peninsula. And I hope you had an opportunity to see some of our activations. Where we have our winter remix that's happening coming up at the end of the year. We'll continue to celebrate with you. We will continue to offer programming for the city. So please be on the lookout for us.